Archive record number 402. The scent of copper and decay still lingers in my heavy coat. I traveled to an isolated rural village near the border, a place of decaying wooden houses where the locals whispered of the Malai or the Krasue. I initially thought it was just a tale to keep children indoors at night. A cursed woman whose head detaches from her body, trailing her glowing, blood-soaked entrails beneath her neck as she hunts for sustenance. The villagers wouldn't speak to me. They simply locked their heavy wooden shutters and hung thorny branches over their windows to catch her trailing organs. I set up my equipment in an abandoned stilt house at the edge of a pitch-black forest with twisted, creeping branches. The dust in the air felt heavy, almost choking me. As night fell, a deep blue hour lighting cast freezing, unnatural shadows across the empty room. I started my audio recorder. At first, there was nothing but the creaking of old wood and the violent wind. But then I found the traces. Viscous droplets on the floorboards, dark and glistening. They weren't animal tracks. The vintage lantern lighting flickered, casting long, wavering shapes against the stitched fabric walls. Around 2 a.m., I heard it, a sickening wet squelch, like raw meat being dragged across splinters. I moved slowly toward the window. Outside, a strange, pulsing crimson luminescence hovered just above the tall grass. It was a silhouette floating inches above the ground, moving without walking. My breath caught in my throat. The pale light drifted toward my door. The temperature plummeted to freezing. I could hear a faint, ragged breathing, not from the ground, but from the air itself. The entity was slowly twitching its head at an unnatural angle outside my threshold. The wooden slats of the door began to rattle. I extinguished my lantern and backed into the deepest, darkest corner of the room. The door groaned open. The stench was overwhelming now, a mixture of graveyard dirt and fresh slaughter. In the faint moonlight, the pulsing red glow entered the room. I saw the dangling, wet, sculpted shapes. Lungs, a heart, intestines, and then the glow violently illuminated a face stitched with sorrow and endless, ravenous malice. It looked right at me,